everybody. I just wanted to come and show you this Canva link really fast. We're going to come over here and we are going to find it at the top. Okay, so this is our crib template right here. When I first decided, I know I'm going to talk about this a little later. You can design this any way you want, but I'm going to talk, like I said, I'm going to talk about this later. But when I first uploaded my images to put in here, hold on. When I first uploaded my images, I wanted to have a white crib. And so I uploaded this. Look how extremely boring that is. Now, I'm not going to say you can't do that, because if that's what you want, then that's what you do. But I thought about it and I was like, why don't I put something fun on there and then, see how cute that can be. And so that's how I ended up using like a pattern that I found. And so you just drop your template in here. Of course, you're going to have to resize it if your template however you want it. But I thought that was so cute for the theme that I was going for. And so you are more than welcome, like I said, to design this any way you want. So you have your front, you have your back. I did cut out these holes, which you are going to see these holes right here to make it, resemble a crib. But if you want holes on the front and the back, then you just print out two of these sheets right here, two of these. I just did my back solid because a lot of cribs are, I did see some cribs that are solid on the sides. Some are solid on the back. Some, they're all different kinds. So, I mean, it varies. They all vary. So you make it how you want. These are the sides. I just put this right here in case you wanted to change like I did. If you wanted to change like the middle, or you want to cut the middle out and let it be a panel so you can put some, a clear film there to make a window. You just do it how you want. So this is a super simple template. You have front, back, your two sides, and this is your bottom. The bottom of this is just the template to cut out the bottom. You don't have to put any photos or anything on here. If you just so happen to want to put a photo on here, just come up on your Canva, you come up to your elements and you put one of these here, and then you just make it the same exact size. So you make this the same size, and then you could totally put a picture here if you wanted to. It's going to be covered up. It's going to be the bottom of the crib, but just so you know, because people ask all the time. So I don't know if you have any more questions. I don't know how many times I can say this, but in order to print these, the size that they are meant to be, 11 by 17, when you share this, you are going to download, drop down, PDF print. You download your PDF print. Once you get your PDF print, you open it up and you print it right here for whatever program whatever printer you're gonna print it from. So you don't have to do anything fancy, extra change the sizes. I don't know why everybody has complications getting their sizes right, because if you export it as a print, it's gonna come out the right size. So this is made to be 11 by 17. Let's say you're gonna print this 11 by 17. I always print in Photoshop. I don't know about you guys what you print in, but you can totally just print this right now. I could just print this template right now, and then you'll choose what printer, and then you're going to choose what size. So that's how you print. So if you have any questions, please drop them on the comments. And when I get a spare moment, I will be in there to answer those. But I just wanted to show you guys this really fast before I got started. Also, before I leave, the first video, I thought I was recording, but I did export mine out. I made a template 24 by 36 on my Photoshop, and I dropped my images on there. And I'm probably going to come out with a video showing everybody how to do that, because I have a lot of questions about that as well. Super simple, only takes about a couple minutes, 5 minutes or less. It should not take more than that. But I will show you guys how to do that as well eventually. But a lot of people don't have Photoshop, but if you don't know, I do teach Photoshop. I have done Photoshop. I am a photographer. I graduated from college from photography in 2010. And so that was 14 years ago. So I've been using Photoshop for well over 14, 15, 16, about 18 years now. So I know a lot about it. I've used it consistently, and I haven't stopped in 18 years. Like every job that I've had, I used it consistently because I always have photography jobs. So I haven't stopped using it. So if you're looking to learn Photoshop, I just dropped a new course, and I will post the course link description. I'll post that link over there. I already have a Photoshop university school where I taught like probably 8 to 10,000 people. It's a lot. It's a lot of people how to do Photoshop. And so I just opened up a brand new course, a hands-on course for designing as well. But anyway, we'll talk about that at a later note. But let's get started. I'm going to proceed to cut everything out. I know my knife is not new anymore, so you know what that means. We're gonna change it. I actually bought me some new blades, and that was my first time buying new blades, and it's my last one. And that was my first time buying new blades in probably a year. But let's change that. Y'all know I love me a fresh new blade. But look at this blade. Look at it. That's from cutting out foam board. That's disgusting. And I probably only did like 1 or 2 projects with that knife. Look, it's so full in here in this little disposable piece that won't nothing fit. I'm just gonna have to start the new one. Start in the new one. Well, that one's full. I like that little disposable caddy. All right, it's time to start cutting everything out. We're gonna cut everything out as usual. There's nothing new here. We got our metal ruler. We're gonna line it up on our edge. And we are simply going to guide this slowly and carefully to make sure it's cut. I like to make a second pass. By the way, I was commissioned for this job, so someone asked me to make this. As most of the projects I do, someone asked me to make them. But I was so excited about this one. So excited. I like to cut away from myself, and it's always hard when I got this big board in the way. I like to cut on this side of the ruler. That makes sense. I can't really see what I'm doing when it's so far on the other side of me. Since this is just a small piece right here, I'll cut it on the inside. but I prefer, like I said, to cut on the outside of the ruler. Okay, let's see how well we cut it out. Let's turn it on the back. This one definitely needs to go down. Let me make sure I got it straight. And this one definitely needs a second pass, but I don't know where my first pass is. We're gonna go here. I think I'm in the hole. Yep, I can tell that I am. Okay, that should be good. Not trying to tear anything up. Oh, I just needed to slide it out instead of pulling it out. Okay, so we have, this is the back of the crib. If you want to have holes in the front and the back of this, you're more than welcome to just print out 2 of the other sheets. So I wanted to cut out the individual holes in the front to make it look like a crib, but I did not want to cut them all the way around the back. So I decided to just do the back solid. For the sides, I did not want to just leave them plain. I didn't want the print on them solid, you know, the print on them, the whole thing. So I decided to make it, you know, the pink that's in here. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna put like a little piece here. So I just didn't want to leave it all the way solid. So I'm just gonna finish cutting these out and I'll be back. I wanted to come back while I was cutting out these little sections. I'm just putting my ruler on each side, making a double pass. It's not as hard as you may think it is. If you wanted to perhaps make a window here and just make one big window, that would be fine as well. But I really wanted this to look like a little baby crib. And see why I didn't want to do this all the way around, which if you do 2 of these, it'll look cute, but it's not hard at all. So just move the ruler over 2 passes. Just move it over. I think I said this before, but white foam board is definitely harder to cut out than black. So once I get my cuts, I'm gonna flip this over and I'm gonna see where it didn't connect on the corners. And I'm just gonna connect my corners. And it does this because of, you know, how the knife is slanted. So and then I'm gonna begin to poke them out gently in case something is still attached and I don't want it to tear. Poke them out just like that, and we have it cut out. And if you wanted to put a window in the sides, you can just, when you're designing this, you can put a solid color here and just cut that square out, and then you can put, you know, put a what's that thing called? You know, the clear film here to make it windows in the side. But I just wanted windows in the front, and so I got them. I'm gonna cut this back a little bit. I don't want that showing from the front. It's only 2 of these. Depends on which way you hold the angle of your, if you're not holding it, your knife or X-Acto knife exactly straight, then you'll be able to see some of the foam sometimes through the inside. And if I don't hold it straight, I just go back and remove whatever foam. I just like my stuff to look neat, so if I have to cut off a little bit more to make it look neat, then I'm all for it. I tell y'all that all the time. When my name is on it, I want it to look, I want to say flawless, but hey, it's a flawless to me. We'll just say that. One more little piece here. White foam board. I don't know why it's so different than black foam board, but there's definitely a difference. Black foam board just glides, the cut just glides through. This one is, I feel like it doesn't want you to cut it. Like, no, don't cut me, don't cut me. Okay, so I have 4 pieces cut out, and all I have to do now is cut out the one back piece, not back, bottom, the bottom shelf, and then we will be back. So I have my 2 front pieces, I mean my front and my back piece, I'm so sorry. And then I have my 2 side pieces, which I made a little bit taller. I made it a little bit taller than the other one on purpose, because when you look at a crib, a lot of times the sides are a little bit taller. So I made the side a little bit taller on purpose. It's a little bit taller, and I'm actually going to do it just like this. I looked at a lot of cribs and the sides were taller, so I wanted my sides to be taller as well. Sometimes the back is a little taller as well. Sometimes it is the back, because they like let the front of the crib down. So if you want it to look like they let the front of the crib down, then you definitely can, I can, well, let me see if I can include a file where I can make the back the same size as these 2. So it'll make it look like it's a little bit bigger. But I just like the sides being a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna hold this up like this. See what we're looking like. And we're looking great. So I always tell y'all to do your stuff how you want to do it. So if you want to cut this down to match that, you do that. So this is totally your project, and you're going to do it however you want to do it. So let's cut out that back piece, which I'm sure I don't have with me right now. Oh, I do have it with me. I fooled myself. I don't feel like cutting around this edge. I'm just gonna poke. I'm just gonna kind of put it off the edge a little bit, and just for the white part to hang off the edge. And then I'm just gonna cut this little square out. Hold on. Well, square. It's not a square. It's a rectangle. think I'm just too excited. Cut, cut, cut. One more side. Yes, I'm having technical difficulties, as you can't tell. But guess what? This is not... I'm just gonna blame it on the white foam board. That's all. I don't even know how the pins came out. But hey, that was an easy fix. You just put it back on there, and then you cut the other side. Just that simple. No biggie. No biggie. Okay, we got this piece cut out, so now it's time. Okay, while I wait for my glue gun to heat up, y'all know that I'm always doing something extra. Always. So I bought this. I wanted to make it look like it's a mattress in the bottom of the crib. And so I thought that would be cute. You totally don't have to do this, but I bought this foam cushions. They're 1 inch thick. It's 4 of them in the pack. Got it from Walmart. I think it was like $13. It's 1 inch, perfect thickness. And then I really want to cut this this size. I might have to cut it down a little bit, but I am totally going to draw a line on here. I don't want to mess up this with marker on the side, but it'll be okay. It's not gonna hurt anything because this is getting glued to the bottom. But I'm totally going to, I might have to cut a little bit off of the end to fit, but I'm totally going to just draw a line. I just used a fine tip Sharpie, and I'm gonna cut this. Super easy to cut. And we're gonna make us a little bed. I do have a foam cutter, but that's just too much to pull all that out when I could just cut this little piece like this. And so I'm sure I'm gonna have to cut a little piece of this off to make it fit inside, so I'm just gonna wait. And then I bought some material. Sorry. Wait till it stops shaking. I totally think this is gonna be so cute. So I bought a piece of material as well. I might even feel like it was too much pink, but I just got pink anyway. Oh well. I could put another color material in here, but we're just gonna use pink. And I picked this up from Walmart as well, and nobody was there like to cut me something, so I was just like, let me get this and get out of this store. So I'm gonna take this little piece and I'm gonna make a little cut around to make it like a little, you know, like it's gonna be like a little fitted sheet. I only need one layer. You know, if you're cutting some fabric, you gotta have some good scissors. These were my fabric scissors, but my kids use them to cut paper, so they're still a little bit sharp, but I ended up buying me some more fabric shears, I guess you can call them. I don't sew, so I just glue stuff, you know. I'm finna glue this. I'm not a sewer. My mom and my sister are seamstress. Very, very good. My mama has been a seamstress. My sister too. I mean, I don't want to say my sister has my whole life, but my mom has my whole life. She used to make our clothes. My grandma was a seamstress. So was my great grandmother. My sister is like, you know, 4 generations in. My sister makes bags though. She makes a lot of purses, a lot of bags. She's so good. I'm trying to think of, I don't even know her TikTok name. I would tell you to go see. She got a good following, but she makes a lot of stuff. So I can't sew. I wasn't given that talent. So you give me some glue, I got you. I can glue you a dress all day. Matter of fact, at my best friend's wedding, we got split up in groups. Well, this wasn't the wedding. This was like the bridal shower. So we got split up in groups, and we had to make a dress on the bride with toilet paper. And you know my team won. So, and I don't even want to say that I did all the work, because I didn't. But I was like the creator behind our magic. And so, you know, my team won, and the dress was fire. But this was a long time ago. I don't even know if I can find a picture to insert it. But maybe one day I can find it. I think I have it on Facebook. But I made a little mermaid tail at the bottom. Like, it was cute, made out of toilet paper. I even made a bouquet with flowers, and then it had, like, you know what I'm saying, all out of toilet paper. But, you know, of course I won. Of course, we know that. So I'm waiting for my glue gun to heat up. It's hot, but it's not hot. So this is gonna be so cute. So this is going to sit. This is gonna come over like this, and then this is gonna go on top of here, just like so, in the bottom of our little crib. And then I want it to like kind of show, so like that. Isn't that cute? That's so cute. But I can't glue this on until I know that it fits exactly inside of here. So I need to glue this together first. Once I glue this together, I'm trying to see if I want to glue these on the inside or the outside. Okay, so I have an idea. So I always glue this close to the edge. Always. I'm just gonna glue it in a little bit, and this is for aesthetics. So this is for aesthetics because, you know, when you look at cribs, sometimes it sticks out on this side over here. So I'm just going to not glue it all the way to the edge. I think that'll be cute. So I'm gonna try to put glue on this edge here without dropping it on my leg or something and burning myself. And then I'm totally going to glue this all the way to the bottom, but I'm just gonna come over just a tad bit. And you don't have to do this. Always remember that. because I still want it to look neat and nice and neat. I'm going to hold this for about 30 or 40 seconds. And then we'll move to the other side, which is the front, and I'm going to glue it the same way. I'm going to glue it the same way. I'm just going to glue it in a little bit, leave a little bit of edge, and to do that, I definitely have to glue it like this. Unless I draw a line on there, I'm not going to know where I'm putting it. I don't know if I like white foam board. You know, I like the way it looks for this, but I'm not sold on it. If that makes sense. Okay, so I lift a little edge over here as well. We're just gonna hold this. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. My hand is totally not steady. I'm going to put some glue on the inside of this flap to make it more steady. I just ran glue along here. And I need to glue the top now, which is going to be a little tricky, and I know you can't really see it. It might help if I turn it around the right way. But I need that up here so I can hold it. So I'm gonna run glue along this edge right here, same way I did. I'm gonna go slow. I know you can't see this, but I'm running glue along the top edge, and if you the next one I'll put the camera up. I'm just running glue along the edge. And I'm going to put this in the same position. I'm going to move it all the way to the bottom, but leave a little tiny bit of a lip on it. This is kind of tricky. Putting it on the edge, you can match it up way easier than trying to leave a little piece on it on the edge. Okay, so I'm going to turn this down so you can see it now. But I totally did it the same exact way, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to run some glue along this inside edge just for reinforcement. I'm still holding it because it's not ready yet. It's not ready, it's not ready, it's not ready. And I'm totally gonna do this side the same exact way. So I'm gonna pull this out a little bit. I'm gonna run glue along my edge. Without burning myself. And then we are going to attach this same place. At the bottom. Matter of fact, let's turn it like this. Looks good to me. I'm going to push this up a little bit, just a tiny bit. Not trying to burn myself. Okay, so we are drying. We got all of our sides to match. We just have this one side to dry right here. I do have a little bit of glue that's coming out in some kind of way, shape, form, or fashion. I'm gonna get that off. Okay, so this looks perfect. It looks great. I know it's hard for you to see it at this angle, but this is how it looks. So I'm gonna move the camera, and then we'll move to the other side, which is the front, and I'm going to glue it the same way. I'm gonna glue it the same way. I'm just gonna glue it in a little bit, leave a little bit of edge, and to do that, I definitely have to glue it like this. Unless I draw a line on there, I'm not gonna know where I'm putting it. I don't know if I like white foam board. You know, I like the way it looks for this, but I'm not sold on it. If that makes sense. Okay, so I lift a little edge over here as well. We're just gonna hold this. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. My hand is totally not steady. I'm gonna put some glue on the inside of this flap to make it more steady. I just ran glue along here. And I need to glue the top now, which is gonna be a little tricky, and I know you can't really see it. It might help if I turn it around the right way, but I need that up here so I can hold it. So I'm gonna run glue along this edge right here, same way I did. I'm gonna go slow. I know you can't see this, but I'm running glue along the top edge, and if you the next one I'll put the camera up. I'm just running glue along the edge, and I'm going to put this in the same position. I'm going to move it all the way to the bottom, but leave a little tiny bit of a lip on it. This is kind of tricky. Putting it on the edge, you can match it up way easier than trying to leave a little piece on it, on the edge. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this down so you can see it now. But I totally did it the same exact way, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna run some glue along this inside edge just for reinforcement. I'm still holding it because it's not ready yet. It's not ready, it's not ready, it's not ready. And I'm totally gonna do this side the same exact way. So I'm gonna pull this out a little bit. I'm gonna run glue along my edge. Without burning myself. And then we are going to attach this same place at the bottom. Matter of fact, let's turn it like this. Looks good to me. I want to push this up a little bit, just a tiny bit. Not trying to burn myself. Okay, so we are drying. We got all of our sides to match. We just have this one side to dry right here. I do have a little bit of glue that's coming out in some kind of way, shape, form, or fashion. I'm gonna get that off. Okay, so this looks perfect. It looks great. I know it's hard for you to see it at this angle, but this is how it looks. So I'm gonna move the camera. I think I got it. So this is our little crib. Isn't it adorable? Isn't it adorbs? So next thing we're gonna do is we have to get our bottom in here. So this bottom was made the same size as these sides. I decided to put them in a little bit for the aesthetics. So I'm gonna have to cut a little bit of this off. It looks like it fits one way, but the other way, I need to cut off my little sliver. We're gonna cut off this one. I should have went smaller than this first, but it's too late. I've already committed. Okay, that's fine because we can cut off more. So my commitment didn't hinder me in having to create something else. So that's always a plus. This white foam board just tears up my knife. Ugh. It's okay because it's gonna be cute, so that's all that matters. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. You hear that noise? That's called white foam board. That's what that's called. Okay, so I think we got a winner. I think we got a winner chicken dinner. So we do. So it fits perfectly, which means that I'm gonna push this back out and we're going back to our foam, and I'm gonna have to cut the foam down, which is fine. So I probably would, I was too excited earlier. I probably should have waited for this step first. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of stay inside the line a little bit. I don't want it to be like snug. I want a good cute fit, but I don't want to have to push it in. And all right, let's try this foam, and it fits. So now I'm gonna take my beautiful little fake sheet, and I could totally cut this down some, but we're just gluing this. We're gluing all the sides. I don't feel like cutting anything off, so we're gonna make it work. We're gonna wrap this up like we're doing a little present, you know. And if you feel the need to cut this off right here, you can. I don't feel the need to. I do feel the need to not burn myself. It's like I'm wrapping a little gift. And we have our little crib mattress. So this fell, so I'm gonna bend over and get it. We're gonna get ready to put this in and determine on how much of your mattress you want to show. That's how where you'll if I glue this at the very, very bottom, then my mattress probably won't show. I want my mattress to show, so I'm gonna make sure I glue it up about right here along, right up under the windows, these windows. So I'm just gonna put it in like this. Once I get it in, hold on, I need a new glue stick. Once I get it in to where it needs to be, I'm just gonna put glue under the bottom. I'm gonna flip it over. Make sure my shelf is straight. I'm putting glue under this bottom. Which is right along the bottom edge of the shelf. I'm trying to make sure it's straight. It appears to be straight. When I sit it up, it looks straight. Once I analyze it and make sure it looks straight all the way around, while the glue is still doing what it's supposed to do. Okay, so once I do that, I am going to put some glue on this side, and I'm going to put some glue on this side. And then depending on what you're going to put, what kind of gifts, because this is a gift box you're going to put in here. You know, I like to do my little reinforcement. You still want it to look neat. So I'm just going to take a couple of little pieces of this, one of these scrap foam boards. I got like 4 little pieces. I still want this to be neat, so I'm going to cut off some little pieces. And these are just reinforcers to help my shelf not fall. So if I cut these little pieces off and glue them around, then it's going to help ensure that my shelf does not fall. And so I sometimes like to put heavy stuff in here. So just to be on the safe side, I'm just going to put, nobody's going to be looking at the bottom of this. So we're going to put some reinforcers in here. And I'll show you closer in a minute. But they're just going all the way around just to help your shelf not fall. And they work great, just so you know. And I like to do this a lot, the reinforcers. I don't want my shelf to fall. Like, you know, imagine it's at the baby shower and, you know, it's, you know, it might be the best gift. I'm not going to say the best gift, but it might be one of the most creative gifts there. And so, and if it is, and it's sitting and everybody's, you know, on the table, and everybody's like, oh my God, taking pictures of it, you don't want all of it to just start crashing down because your stuff is too heavy in it. So, you know, just do this little thing. Put some little reinforcers under here. Make sure they're good and tight to help your shelf stay up. I put 3 on one side and 2 on the other side. So that's 10 altogether, which is not a lot. I got 2 more to put on. And then we're done with our reinforcers. And then we'll give those a few minutes to dry. And then we'll finish putting everything together. So you see my reinforcers? They're just little, tiny little pieces that I cut off, that I glued under the shelf to the wall on the side. I glue it to the wall on the side. And it's kind of like putting slats on the bottom of your bed. You know how you have when you have a bed and you have some of these sometimes under your mattress to keep it up? Same thing. So this is so cute. So I'm trying to give this a few minutes to dry. And then we'll fill her up. Okay, so I'm gonna put my little baby mattress in. And it fits oh so well. I got a little wrinkle on there that I mean not wrinkle, well, a crease on the material from where it's folded. I should have ironed it, but it's all good. Look how cute that is. And you can see it from the front. And so let's see what we got down here. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got and what fits and what won't fit. I never know what fits in here and what won't fit. But this baby shower gift is going to be the talk of the night. It's going to be the talk of the night. But hey, we got some extraordinary crafters out there, and say these crafters are doing some great things. So you might see a couple different crafts there. So since when I first designed this, I was going to put, I had cribs when my kids were growing up, and I just like a white crib. So, which is a white, regular, wood crib. And so, what did I do? I designed this with white wood. It was so plain and boring. I was just like, you know what? I can jazz this up. Let me get a print of something. And so, that's what made me change it. And, because who wouldn't want their baby's crib to look like something that they love, a theme to the room. I mean, some, we have people that are plain and simple and they like their, and that's okay. But hey, this is the kind of person I am. And I wish my baby's cribs would have looked like this. I do. Except I had twins. It couldn't look like this in the crib. I would have to have something that was a theme for both of them. For only one time. So this is super cute. If you want to put windows on the side, whatever you want to do, it's totally up to you. So let's fill this bad boy. So I got a little Minnie Mouse baby blanket. We're going to sit that there. I got a little Minnie Mouse baby kit. It's a little compact carrying case. Got a brush, clippers, a medicine syringe, a comb, an aspirator, and some little nail, I think I said nail clipper, and some little emery boards. So that's super cute. I wanted to keep the theme. So we got that there. I also got some blankets. It's crazy because the back of it says flannel blankets, but I thought when it says flannel, that meant that it was flannel print. But hey, it says blankets. These are baby blankets, and they are also Minnie Mouse as well. And then I got this adorable newborn little Minnie Mouse outfit. How cute is that? Look at that. I haven't had a newborn in 20 years, but hey, that gives me baby fever all day. So we're gonna stick this in here some kind of way neatly. And then, of course, we have a little Minnie Mouse. So we got to stick the little Minnie Mouse in here. So we're going to stick her right there. And so we have the cutest of the cutest baby shower gift with the Minnie theme, and it's freaking adorbs. It's adorable. So cute. Nobody can deny it. Nobody can deny it. That's the cutest gift. And you know me, I always talk about me being extra. I was just talking about that earlier. But I was trying to think of some kind of way I can put like a little, you know how the cribs have the little mobile on the top? Yeah, so I might come up with something. But for now, this is what we got. And we're done. And it was quick and easy. Quick and easy. It probably took me 40 minutes at most. And I like it. I like it a lot. It's super cute. Until next time, guys.